everybody, it's Amy with Pickin Thyme here on this beautiful January day, and I've kind of been quarantining because I have a cold. It's just a garden variety cold, but anyway, I'm at home and I feel a little better today, so I wanted to come outside and I thought I'd share with you the garden in January. Hey, yeah, you can still look at things in a garden in January. There's not a lot blooming, of course, but let's see what I've got going on. So this is what I call my kitchen garden, and this winter I have kohlrabi, and then I have some collard greens right here, some red cabbages, those purplish leafed cabbages, and then there's lettuce right here, beautiful lettuce ready to be eaten, and right here the frilly leaves are my carrots. They'll probably be ready not too long from now. And then a new type of broccoli is what I'm growing. You might be able to see one of the kind of dark red leaves. That's beets. I don't think I had a lot of luck with my beets, but I do see one of them hanging on. And cool flowers like snapdragons that need to be given some support. So I have kind of failed at that job, but I will get those supported soon. And then over here I have some beautiful kale that looks great in January, and I have some more green cabbages, a little on the small side, but probably because they don't get a whole lot of sun this time of the day. And then at the back it looks like a lot of weeds, but I'm going to leave them alone for now because I do have some Bells of Ireland growing in this area, and the Bells of Ireland love overwintering, and so that's one example of a cool flower, and I'm going to show you some more as we walk this way. Also, this is my bulbs bed, and the flowers that you see here are my pansies. I grew a lot of these pansies from seed, and then I already have some of my bulbs coming up here. You can see this is a little early, but we had a warm late December when I planted them in late December, but hopefully they'll be fine. And this whole area is filled with bulbs in a lasagna fashion. So let's go on this way. Follow me. Beautiful blue sky day. Over here we have what I call the doggy garden, because this is our very large dog pen and their dog house. And right here I have some more beautiful things. These are called Hellebores. They come up around Easter time and flower beautifully, and then they're also going to eventually they're going to spread, or they're going to make new plants. And there's other beautiful flowers that come up in here, including a hydrangea there in the back and a mint plant. Try to show me in it sometimes. Okay, so when we get to the big garden, here's where a lot of the fun begins for all seasons, really. So this pot is just chock full of a type of flower called calendula, and it will overwinter. As you can see, it's doing fine, and then it will have a spring bloom. And then this flower, or I'm sorry, this row right here is my green cabbage. My friend Sherry helped me get these and get them started, and thank you, Sherry. But they will be ready in a few more weeks. You can see the little cabbage heads beginning to form, and we've already had like 22 and 25 degree nights, and they're still doing great. And then the purple cabbages, not as good looking, but they are growing in a row beside the green cabbages. This is a bee balm that I planted last summer, and it is overwintering as well, and will have beautiful flowers on it in the spring and summer. These plants, this is what happens in winter, things go dormant. These are dahlias. I'll trim them back in the very early spring. They'll get new growth and produce new dahlias. I have an empty bed here that will become my new sunflower bed, big long bed. overwintering some other plants here, including some sedum autumn joy that will come back, and some feverfew that will come back. Buried under these leaves, which makes a great mulch, I've got Bachelor's Buttons and some bulbs like daffodils. There's a few other bulbs that are tulips. They may not produce flowers this year, but I just wanted to test and see. Beautiful snapdragon row right here, actually several rows of snapdragons, and they will overwinter just fine. Need to be given some support as well, so we'll get going on that soon. The strawberry patch, I was really happy with how well my strawberry patch did, and it will come back as well, and so we'll have some beautiful strawberries. These things that look dead, they are just dormant. I'll trim the dead leaves back in the spring again, and I'll have some beautiful new growth with the gladiolas. And then same thing, dormancy here, but this is a lily bed. And in front of there, the green plants that you can see are some sweet williams. They're a special kind of sweet william that produces like a frilly flower. So I'm excited about those. I have another little row here. Again, leaf mulch is some of the best mulch. But this is Dianthus, sweet purple Dianthus. These have not given into winter at all. They're loving it. They're still green and glorious. The dill has kind of taken a break. It's probably done now, but it should reseed also. Moving right along, over here, these beautiful green plants. Look how well they're doing in January. These are called Bells of Ireland. I had some up near the house as well, but these are doing much better because they're getting much more sun, and they just look glorious. Like I said, really low 20s at night, but they're still doing great. And so I'm excited about the Bells of Ireland. They will flower and produce these beautiful bells as well in the spring. This one I think is my Salvia. Yeah, this was Salvia. It will come back in the spring. I've got this marked Bupleurum. I do see some growth, Bupleurum, and this is the first year I've ever tried to grow it as a cool flower, meaning that I planted it in the fall, it overwinters, will bloom in the spring. This is a little bit of, looking at my stick where I mark things, Canterbury Bells, and I think this is called something, Nigella, maybe. Okay, we'll see how that does. But I do see some growth, which is encouraging. Another cabbage patch. We really went all out on cabbages this fall. Planted them in the fall. They are going through the winter, and we'll see how these do. And these little sprouts in here are little garlic babies. Garlic is another one that is fall planted, even winter planted, and here in zone 7B they will do wonderful even if we have snow and freezing temperatures, and then they will become beautiful big garlic bulbs in the spring, and we'll pick them probably in June, mid-June maybe. Cutting down through here, there's a little feverfew that will do well and go through winter. Come this way, watch out for the fruit trees. This is a bed full of poppies, all different kinds of poppies. You can see little green growth in there that right now I wonder which ones are weeds, but the poppy leaf has a certain look to it. So I'm expecting beautiful poppies in the spring, and a deer or something has been walking through here, as you can see all these hoof marks. So hopefully they won't damage my poppy bed. Might have to cover that with some kind of hoof and row cover. I'm excited that Joe has tilled this for me, and soon we will plant ranunculus. I have plans for some beautiful ranunculus for the first time ever. I'm going to try that out. I'm going to pre-sprout them and plant these here in March. Okay, and then this is a bed of wildflowers, nothing but wildflowers. These are actually wildflowers that are babies coming up, and I've got, I know Bachelor's Buttons in here, and just a ton of other things, probably a mixture of poppies and marigolds and cosmos. I'm so excited because look how much space we use to plant these wildflowers all the way up to these two stakes here. So they're babies right now, and they'll show us who they really are in the early spring. Okay, so let's see. This area, okay, oh, here they are. This area has a row of Bachelor's Buttons, just like one type of Bachelor Button that I've marked down there. I think it's called Black Bachelor Button. So those will be interesting. Red hot poker plant that will come back good and strong in the spring as well. And then here behind these little stakes I have more Bachelor's Buttons. I'm a Bachelor Button fanatic, as you can tell, because I have them everywhere. So those glorious tall leaves right there, tall for this time of year anyway, will be beautiful Bachelor's Buttons in the spring. And then over here I have a mixture of snapdragons, and then as we go down this row I have daisies, and this is their dormant stage. So I'm hoping that all of these will come back and bloom for me in the spring, so I'm leaving them as they are for now. The herb bed is over there, just mulched heavily. Joe helped rake those leaves and mulch them. The basil will not come back, but some of the herbs like the rosemary, thyme, and lavender, oregano, those will re-emerge in the spring. And then here, stepping down under the apple tree, we have another little bed of mint, so peppermint, thyme, and I have a sundrop plant over here too. And this is like one of my favorite little areas because once this tree leaves out and blooms, it's just beautiful with it and the herbs together. Okay, that's about it. My winter garden, again, it's not full of flower blossoms right now, but it's showing great hope for some beautiful growth and new flowers this spring. It will be my third year having a flower farm, and I'm so excited because three's a charm, and I hope that this will be my best year yet, 2022. Love y'all, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.